Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another exciting episode of King Me Rev's Hype Podcast. Have you missed me yet? Oh, today is actually April Fool's Day, and I did not realize it until this morning that it is my first day of NEPWA training. So when I post about it today, everyone's gonna think that I am making a goddamn joke. So, c'est la vie on that, my friends. Maybe I'll save it for April 2nd instead. But as always, we are very excited. I have someone that I genuinely dig on the podcast. Actually, someone, now that I think about it, when I point it out, their new Instagram photo is a photo that I took of them at EWA Maine, right? And here we go, right? Here we go. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, humans of all genders, it's time to get lit. Straight out of the New England indie circuit, he's the high-flying, trash-talking, goof, juice, slinging superstar who lives every night like it's a damn celebration. If you see him coming, you already know the party's about to start. Give it up for Too Lit, Larenz Markell, baby! Woo! Larenz, thanks for being here,
my
bro.
my bad. Off the goofies. My bad, man. My bad. What's up, everybody? Stoked to be here. Is everyone lit? Is everyone vibing? What's up?
Let's get lit, bro.
A little early, but
Yeah, no, thanks for coming. Right. Yeah, no, thanks for coming on. You're one of the people that I hit up, I would say longer ago, and then you're on the list of going back and asking again. It's always like you gotta go between the lines of like, am I bugging them versus like, am I just following up? You know?
right. I think it's how you delegate it. You kind of got to suck a little butt and whatever, and just like, hey, man, sorry.
Right.
Right.
Yeah, no, there's been plenty of people who are like, "Hey man, just hit me up in like 2 months, you're good." I'm like, "All right, I'll hit you up again,
Right.
And shout out to GK Durant. I saw him the other day at Focus Pro, and he was like, "Hey man, hit me up again. I got to be on the podcast." And I was like, "Hey bro, I'm not. Hopefully, I don't sound like a pest at this point." He's like, "No. I just keep forgetting." So I appreciate the fact that you reached out to me. To be honest with you.
Yeah, no worries, man. I just remember you saying something about wanting to do it, and I was like, oh, I should probably get a little exposure and try and get better at all that stuff. So I hit you back. Yeah, no worries, man. Thanks for having me. It's a pleasure.
Yeah. No, it's genuinely a pleasure, and I'm definitely dig your style. And as I like to start with, I'm going to start with the curveball today.
Okay.
And this is going to be probably informative for you. I don't always expect people to pay attention to everything I'm doing. That would be a bit psychotic, to be fair with you. But this particular work angle that I did with Focus Pro, I was shocked how well it resonated with the crowd, right? Not only did it resonate with the live crowd in the audience, but afterwards I had so many people coming up to me, and I was just like, I think I want to do more of this, right?
Mhm.
So for the uninitiated, at Focus Pro a month ago, it was the one and only Papi Guapo Diego Alvarez, right? Versus Izzy Moreno.
Mhm.
And I sponsored Papi Guapo. My daughter sponsored Izzy. So it was father versus daughter.
Mhm.
We got to have a wonderful introduction by the GOAT himself, Rich Palladino, right? We got to be all on the whole camera. I got to do the whole wackadoo nonsense, all right? I was backing Papi Guapo. She was backing Izzy. If Izzy lost, she had to drink um a kale juice that I made, and if Papi Guapo lost, I had to drink a Pepsi, right?
He
Guapo
hates.
actually came on. He's been on the podcast, and he actually came on that day we did a whole video together, right?
Mhm.
And it was a lot of fun the wild thing was, unfortunately, Guapo lost, and shortly after he lost, I had several people coming up to me going, "When you drinking that Pepsi, bro?" Oh my god, I didn't even know half these people. I was like, "Oh," like all I really wanted to do is respond and say, "Hey man, thanks for watching the channel." You know what I mean?
Thanks for knowing. Thanks for knowing the deal, man.
Thanks for knowing I exist.
It's always a pleasure
Oh
when
man.
that's right.
Right. Like, holy crap, you watch the channel? I don't know who you are. Thank you so much. So,
You
for
know
those
me.
people out here, you know me. Well, uh, so with that being said, that night I got a lot of heat, I would say. I have been at the Focus Pro, the owners, shout out to Focus Pro, Brian, Evan, you guys are wonderful. I love you guys so much. DC, Alan, these guys like reshare everything I do ever. So they're wonderful supporters of the channel, and I love them so much. But man, that Focus Pro faithful, they were booing me really well, being the only guy. I've been the only person the last like 5 shows going for Papi Guapo, and they're just like, I've been called some stuff. I don't take it personal. They're not like one of the boys. It's not a big deal. If you're hating on me, that means I did my job to like make you hate me. That was the point. All right. My trap card has been set and you fell for it. Boom, in your face.
That's my turn, face down.
Right. um my now that the whole thing's been laid out on the table, right, so to speak. For for you, right? Going into situations, obviously you've been wrestling for a while, right? Wrestling for a long time. Has there been a scenario like that for you that you've seen and like where you just you or have you always been a face, man? Like where is this going? Like
I actually first started as a heel, which is weird. I feel like that's backwards because those are usually like the ringleaders and stuff. But yeah, not to be
right.
like that guy, but I do have the gift of gab, and I get people to buy into whatever I'm kind of selling. Maybe not every time, but for the most part, people think I'm 100% the gimmick. And no, but I was always a heel because I like, let's face it, I look like a jerk. I look like I drive a lowered Honda Civic. I got the tattoos, the whatever, that stuff, the girls and all that lame, oh look how cool I am kind of thing. But then one day I was like, like I'm something's not gelling as a heel. Something is not gelling. I asked one of these promoters, like, can I try and be a face? I was like, I feel like this party guy gimmick. It's cool to like tell people, no, dude, you can't get in the door, like whatever. But I was like, isn't it so much better because everybody wants to party? Like, don't you hate when you were in college or high school, like someone would turn you away from the party? And I was like, what if I do this thing where everyone's invited, two lits vibing, everyone's invited, like kind of deal? And I was like, can I try it one time, and if it fails, I'll just be that yapper for the rest of my life, I swear to God. And I went out there and I crushed it. I knew I would crush it, but it was nice to have that faith from the booker that time to do it. And ever since then, I don't think I've been a heel since last year on any show that I've been on, and everyone's just been like, I don't know, they've been digging it. They've been buying the shirts and the hoodies and all that fun stuff. So something's clicking. I think I just need a platform to get it really, really going. So yeah, not always a heel. I mean, not always a face. This is kind of new thing.
See, and that's great to hear. It's that someone had the faith, because every once in a while you got to be able to just, especially, I mean, especially in this business, you got to be able to just kind of stand on your own feet and be like, hey man, I'm gonna try this whether it works or it doesn't. And if I think it works. I've been totally bought into the idea where I didn't even think you've ever even been a heel, just because your persona so, I mean, even with the kids, dude, you got those kids in the palm of your hands where they're like, "Hey, man, let's party." Is there,
Then
granted,
we
I'm sure
bust
the
out
kids are like,
tons. Hell yeah.
yeah, they're probably thinking pizza party, but you know,
that, that. And then that's why it was weird because I left the goof juice thing ambiguous on purpose. And a lot of people are like, oh, that's booze. He's lit. Like, no, lit means I'm just cool, dude. My life is pretty lit. But like everyone kind of took it and ran with it. They're like, it's booze. No, it's not. I even filmed like a really crappy commercial at the start of the gimmick, like of like I said something like most people think it's not booze or whatever. I said something like that. I let them know it's not booze, but I just changed it to like Energy Co or whatever, so like kids could have it and whatever, and it was like a safe gimmick for everyone to have, and I didn't exclude anyone, and I don't want to alienate an audience, and quite frankly, I do want the kids to like me as a face because then as they grow up and they continue to like what I'm doing, I have those fans for life. So maybe not, but that's what I'm kind of hoping for.
Yeah, I mean, we we as people in this industry, we should know that best, right? I mean, who most of us started as wrestling fans as kids, and we've grown up as wrestling fans, and we're diehards, right? And uh, as always, I call it the Rev Dude Bingo. I'm going to start having to pass out cards. But like myself, my son is named Sean Austin. I named him after Shawn Michaels and Stone Cold Steve Austin. All right. So that came from deep seated love from childhood that I brought into the later years. And that doesn't happen if you didn't have that connection ahead of time. Right.
Yeah.
So I totally get where you're going, and it's great you told me that because honestly, Goof Juice was one of the first two questions I wanted to ask today. But um, for instance, my daughter JJ, who also does a podcast, and she does the photography with me, she has gone on to get like adopted parents through the wrestling industry. One is the wonderful Mike Grassa and Katie Prescott, who have been on this show, and I love and adore them to death. And the other set of wrestling parents that have adopted her is Mortar and Jaleesa, right? So she has these two, sets of like wrestling parents that, you know, she would literally kill for these.
Hey, Lisa's a sweetheart, and Mortar's a good dude. Mortar, in my earlier days, he took really good care of me. He probably doesn't remember. He's the man. He does everything with everybody. But like, if it wasn't for Mortar, I would have quit. There was one day he basically, excuse my language, he's like, Lorenz, stop being a bitch. He said, stop being a jerk, blah, blah, blah. Like, just get over it. You're fine. Get in there with me. And then he proceeded to beat the absolute bag out of me. And he just basically taught me, like, don't let people walk on you. Be yourself, work hard, do your thing, all that good hoorah stuff. But he's always been supportive, even on the days I help hold my head so low. So I am forever grateful for that dude. He probably doesn't remember, but that's something I always hold near and dear there. But yeah, Mortar's the
See,
dude.
and right, yeah, Mortar's incredible. I don't think I have heard a bad word about him ever. And quite frankly, if someone were to say a bad word about him, I would genuinely just assume that person is not a very good person. And I would be like, thank you for allowing me to know that something's wrong with you. And I'm going to respectfully get away from this conversation because for everything that man has done in this industry, like, doesn't make any sense.
Never
And
too step in there with someone that doesn't know what they're doing. Like, I still don't know what I'm doing. I'm still trying to navigate this whole thing. I just got a little more confident recently, but like he always, no matter who you are, no matter what level it is, like that guy is in there with you and he wants you to be better because he told me he's like, if you're not better, who do I have to work 8 months from now? And I'm like, and that's another thing that stuck with me. I'm like, that's damn, that's a leader. A lot of people like the fake locker room leader, but that dude is legit. I'm not trying to glaze or nothing, but like I have always respected Mortar. I even like so my gear is even inspired a little by him too. Like people say Buddy Murphy, but I'm like, nah, dude, it's that dude, but the glazing's over. But yes, he is the man. He is the man.
well, as I like to say here on the Hype podcast, we are no shade. All right, we throw no shade. We throw no smoke, but we throw all the hype all day, my friend. So if we gotta gas up a few friends of ours, that is what we're here for. All right, this is what I do, my friends. I didn't wear this nice jacket just to talk quietly in the corner. All right, guys. Ladies and gentlemen, right? That's not what we do here. So much love for Mortar. Much love for Jaleesa's always so kind to my daughter. She always gives her time. Um, in fact, I don't want to peel the curtain back a little too much, but we were at a show, um, in last month, and my daughter was having a problem with something, and Jaleesa looked at her and she said, "You're gonna do this because I'm your mother, and that's what I tell you to do." And and my daughter was over the freaking moon. And as soon as Jaleesa said those words, she's like, "Yes, mother," and she did it like 65 times. I'm just gonna 65 times. It's to the point where certain times I'm like, should I try to get her to do this, or should I have Mike Rossa tell her instead? Like, I'm not even should I just ask Mike, "Hey Mike, bro, can you do me a favor? Just tell this kid I'm gonna tell this kid it's a good idea. You just remind her it's a good idea. Sounds good? Awesome. Thanks, bro."
Parallel path. Let's go.
Right. Oh man. And I genuinely appreciate those people for sure.
Yeah, for sure.
So we talked about the goof juice. Where did you get like the the lit one, the high energy? Where did all that come from?
Oddly enough, let's start with the lit one. So I was at EWA. That's my home. That's the place that gave me a home when I didn't have one. I got connected through Scott Gearin through there. Adam Booker. They take really good care of me there. So hell yeah. But I was there. Jalissa was backstage and she was doing like the billing weight whatever. And then she's like, "Do you have like a moniker?" And I was like, and then she's like, "What about the lit one?" I was like, "Yes." Yes, yes, yes. And then when we went out there, I was like, "Holy crap, that sounded so cool. You made me seem like a big deal. Thank you so much." But the lit one came from actually her, if she remembers or not. But the two lit, Ben lit, like I think I saw a shirt one time and it said like Ben Trill, and I'm such an old fart, dude. I don't know what that meant. So I like Urban Dictionaryed it. I was like, Ben Trill, like, oh, Ben, whatever, Ben having respect. I was like, what about Ben Lit? Like, I've been a pretty lit dude. I'm pretty cool and this and that. Like, I don't think I'm cool. I'm a dork. Like, I'm a huge, we all are. But I was like, the gimmick and the partying and the girl thing and the whole image or whatever. I was like, that's kind of too lit. It's Ben lit. That kind of thing is Ben lit. So it's like dumb and lame. That's kind of just where it came from. And it's catchy and sells shirt. So let's run it.
Yeah, no, it definitely is catchy. I mean, I wouldn't know your personal statistics. I believe when you say it sells shirts, I could definitely see, in the shows that I've seen, the kids especially, they're like, "Man, I'm ready for this party." Like they were waiting for that energy to be able to,
Yeah.
kids are born with that energy and they want an excuse to use it, right? They don't want to just sit still and behave. So you come out and they're like, "Oh, I can go crazy now." Ah, you know what I mean? So
Be
it's always great to watch.
authentically you, whatever that is. That is the vibe I try and bring. And all that together in the big melting pot is the biggest party on the show. You know what I mean?
100%. I couldn't
Yeah.
agree more. So, obviously you come out ready to party every night. Like, what's the wildest fan reaction you've gotten before or after a match?
Am I allowed to say? Uh, probably probably some stuff at St. Michael's College. That was probably the craziest crowd I've ever been in. But like the bad thing, I guess, one time some person from Instagram, one of those goth e-girls, asked to film content for her page, and she's like, "Can I just spit the goof juice in your mouth?" And I said, "Sure." And it was sure, but that was the craziest. I think those two would be the craziest.
Yeah, that is some wild.
Weird, but it is what it is.
My brain's
Lit,
trying
man.
not to think. I'm
I
like,
was
let's try
laughing
not to imagine that too
at
hard.
gum.
You know what
She had gum in. I mean, it was
I
it
mean?
was fresh. Heyo.
Right,
Uh,
right. So, you talked about EWA, right?
mhm.
Where else are you at right now?
Right now, I just got back from. I got injured. I got a little knee thing going. I got grandpa knees, but but usually I've been around
Right.
EWA. I just did Chaotic After Dark, a little small spot battle royal. That was nice. That was nice to go back there and get to do that. I don't count call me a jerk. I don't count a battle royal as a debut. Singles advertised and something I don't have to share the spotlight with 15 other people. Like grateful for the opportunity, but I don't count it as a debut. I don't count it as a debut. I've done 3 of them, and I'm hoping this year I can get on that show at least a few times. If not, have a spot. But I gotta do what I gotta do. Get back down there and do my thing and show them that I've progressed and whatever. But I've been there. I've been Rebel Spirit. I've been what's it called? Slam U in Arizona. I've been around ACW, West Virginia. Uh, Rebel. I said Rebel Spirit. I did Focus Pro one time as a manager for Diego, and that was whoo, fun. Yeah, but I've been here and there. I've been few places or whatever. Not too many because I'm just getting like kind of okay at it. So I'm still trying to find my footing.
The Arizona one, where was that out of?
Slam U, PC. Oh my, what is it called? Phoenix Championship Wrestling. Yeah, that's what it's called. The people I started training with in Arizona a few years ago. That's their promotion they run. That's the biggest promotion out there right now. And yeah, I got a spot on those. I usually go back once a year. I did a spot, a couple matches down there last around this time, April. And yeah, I go back down there, and they got some stuff in New Mexico, Duke City Championship Wrestling. I had something with my boy Tommy Two Scoops. Go follow him. Um, yeah, I've been here, there, weird places I shouldn't have been. I've trained with the Exodus Pro dudes. I've done a battle royal there a few years ago, and yeah, here and there, weird places. Still trying to find that solid home, but so far that solid home is EWA for now.
Yeah, no, and that's wonderful. I just asked because I lived in Phoenix for 18 years. So
Yep.
every once in a while when I go back, I try to check things out. So
You should definitely check out Phoenix Championship Wrestling. That like if you want a real wrestling show out there, like I'm not gonna lie, I don't care if I got heat for it, but a lot of the Southwest wrestling is booty. It's booty. I'm sorry, but those dudes do it the right way. They do it the real way. If I were to compare them to anyone we would know over here, I would say they're the Southwest version of chaotic. I would, with confidence, the utmost confidence. They got Jimmy House is out of there. I know you guys know Jimmy House. Hammerstone is from there. A lot of the guys that run that school broke him into the business, from what I recall. I got to do a lot of cool things over there. I got to train with Too Cold Scorpio. I got to do a ton of cool stuff, and I'm forever grateful. Those are my dudes. I always have a place there, and always have a home there. So that's definitely worth your time, though.
definitely, yeah, no, since normally every weekend I go to a different show and I do all my recordings and whatever else. The fact that I have family in Phoenix, I've been thinking about needing to make contacts down there anyway. So it's good to hear that these guys are around. I mean, obviously you could go on the internet and look up shows, but man, there are some shows that I've been to in my life where I'm just like, I don't know.
Makes it almost more embarrassing. You're like, do I actually want to wrestle?
Right.
I show from like, dude, but you got to do it.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I mean, a gig's a gig, right? You got to do a gig's a gig. And
A rep's a rep as long as it's safe, right?
and at the end of the day, some of those places, I mean, maybe they know it. Maybe they know they're not as good, and maybe they want to get elevated, unless they have human beings that are conscientiously aware of the fact that we got to take them to the next level. They'll never get to that next level, man. They'll always be right here. They're never going to get up there. And I mean, to for you to say that those guys are similar to like the chaotic of Arizona. All right, well, that's all I needed to hear. I'm going to hit them up
Southwest.
first and foremost.
They also run PCW Ultra over in Southern Cali. I don't know if they've ran recently. PCW Ultra was a huge one over there in SoCal when I lived over there in Phoenix. So yeah, they're legit. Like I'll say that my word doesn't mean much in the grand scheme of anything, but yeah, yeah, I would check that out. All those dudes out. They don't let them out with the way they train over there. They 6 weeks of conditioning before you're even allowed to touch the ring, and then it's like some rolling, and then you learn to bump. Like they really, really put you through it. There's an interview process to get in to make sure they're not dealing with people that are going to waste their time, crash outs, whatever it may be. Like, yeah, then they make me miss that place. I'm getting all nostalgic. I might make a flight.
There you go. Did you live in Phoenix for a while?
I did. I did. I lived there when a couple years ago, and then the lady I was with at the time, we had a baby, and we had to move back because we had no support. It was just us, like, and that's hard when you're young and stuff like that. And
Oh yeah.
yeah, yeah, yeah. But I was out there like a year and a half, and then I moved back here, and then I started training over there. I came to NEPWA. Chase was like, "Yeah, we'll have you." He's like, "I'm going to make you start from the beginning class to see what you have," and I'm grateful for it. Not that they didn't do anything wrong over there. I just like I just wasn't ready to step where I thought I was ready to step when I came over here or whatever, and then I was better for it. So yeah.
Yeah, if there's two men on earth that I'm gonna trust with their knowledge of professional wrestling, it's Chase Del Monte and Scott for sure. There's like no
Those are my
question
rest.
about that.
Those are the wrestling daddies. I'm like the estranged child that moves out all the time, but comes back in for holidays, says what's up. Steve. But I gotta stay home. I gotta stay.
Gotta stay home.
I'm just too late,
Man.
man. I'm bouncing all over the place.
What part of Phoenix? I'm curious now.
I lived in Tempe. I actually lived in Tempe, right
Where?
next to the college. Right next to the college. I was a bouncer at this bar called College Bar and Grill. I did
Oh,
a lot
yeah, yeah,
there.
yeah.
Yeah, I worked there forever.
Yeah, I know for the uninitiated, Phoenix, Arizona is a giant metropolitan area, and it's just now becoming around 20,000 square miles. And if you want to put it on paper, Massachusetts is only 10. So the Phoenix metro area is growing and growing and growing outwards like a tree, and each area has got its own vibe. So Tempe has gotten an overhaul in like the last 20 years with the Tempe Town Lake and
Yup, yup.
all the new stuff. It looks beautiful these days for sure.
I actually stayed on the lake when I was out there. My friend's mom, she runs a bunch of Airbnbs, and she's like, "Here, you can just stay there." I'm like, "Cool, thanks." So yeah,
That's
that's
perfect.
nice. There's some bad parts, like most of Mesa is terrible. Guadalupe,
Mesa,
Arizona,
South South
South
Phoenix.
South Phoenix, Guadalupe. Roll the windows up, boys.
Right, right. There are
You know,
places if your scan's not 10 and you don't know Spanish, you better not go in there, bro.
yeah,
I'm from I lived on the west side, man. So
mhm.
Maryvale, Stipes area. So I know what it's like to keep my head on a swivel, bro. So it's all good. I'm originally from Lowell, Massachusetts. So
You're fine.
I've seen my fair
Fine.
I've seen I've seen my fair share of sketchy neighborhoods.
Fair.
um But yeah, that's pretty dope, man. We'll have to link up after this about that for sure, because I
Yeah,
there's a couple of deals.
I didn't know you were
That'd be
from
dope. Yeah, that's why I don't have the accent anymore. When I was 10 years old, my stepfather, you could say he was from Phoenix, so he moved us in '96 to almost 30 years ago to West Phoenix, and my mom got the same house in August of 2000. I'm sorry, August of 1996. She moved in that house, and she's been in that same house for 30 years. So like,
Yeah.
um, it was a culture shock for me leaving a place like Lowell, going to the desert, this dry. We didn't even have air conditioning, so when it was
Yep.
120 outside, it'd be like 130 in the house. You know what I mean?
Right,
Like
right, right, yeah. That
we
was
had
something that was hard for me too, the culture shock, but at the same time, I was so used to it. I used to make fun of, my ex when we were over there all the time. I'd be like, "How does it feel to be like" excuse me for this, but, like, "How does it feel to be the minority? Isn't it weird for you?" And she's just, like, laughing. She's like, "This is so weird." I'm like, "I know. Welcome to life, lady." Like, she was more baffled than me. I'm like, "This is kinda nice." Like, yeah.
honestly, I never felt comfortable going to like Snobsdale or like North Phoenix.
She
Just like,
worked there. Oh my goodness. Not to like keep talking about them, but like they worked there in Snobsdale. I was like, I hate this so much. I was like, if I dressed like that, I'd kick my own ass, dude. Like that's crazy.
yeah, no,
Yeah, but
it was weird being across the street from a Fry's grocery store that had valet parking in a car wash. You know, like you could drop your car off. You could valet park your car at a grocery store and they'll detail it for you while you're shopping. And then you can go to a a kitchen that was inside there and a chef will help you figure out a recipe. And I was just like, yeah, it's just too rich
thanks.
for
I
my
hated
blood.
it. I
I'm
like
out of here, man. You guys are weird. I don't know what we're doing. Um, so you've spoken before about being in Big Brothers Big Sisters
Yep.
as a program, right?
Yep.
How did that help shape you as a person? I'm curious.
Well, when I was a kid, I grew up. I was dirt poor. I'm a project kid through and through. Like I know, like oh, that's not a big deal or whatever. But like I grew up dirt poor, all that crazy stuff you see in the movies, the violence, the drugs, or whatever, whatever. But like my mom was like we were poor. Even though my mom was a social worker, we were poor, very poor. Um, but I remember she was like, "Do you want to do this? Like, these are you're gonna get to do things that I could never take you to do. Like they can't do crazy stuff all the time, but like you'll get to go to like the movies a lot, like water parks, whatever it may be, whatever they want to do. But like, getting to do that, it was the first time as a kid I wasn't like as a I'm sorry to get like this, I don't care, but like as a black male growing up, like being a kid, like in the early 2000s or whatever, like it was tough. It was tough, and it was the first time someone, his name was Matt. I still talk to him every now and then, but it was tough. He was the first person to make me not feel like a piece of garbage for where I lived and I couldn't control. Like teachers did it all the time, and like they just were. I was so judged all the time until I got there, and then I felt comfy. And like it took a while because I wasn't used to someone being nice and like treating me like a human. You know, yeah, it's a very weird thing. But yeah, it helped me. I think it helped me believe in myself. It helped me be confident. Let me know that I'm not a piece of project trash or troubled youth, so to speak. They like to call me troubled youth when I was younger because I got picked on and I would like retaliate or whatever. But yeah, it shaped me into the man I am today for sure because I know how to be kind to people. I know how to like. Nah, dude, he's just going through a hard time. Let him vibe, you know. Like it taught me how to be a good friend. That's one thing I pride myself on. I'm a very good friend. When you're my friend, you're my friend for life. Even if you have a blowout on me, I'll still pick you up on the side of the road if you're stranded, dude. You don't even got to say sorry. Like, but it's helped me with all those qualities. It's helped me become. I'm a father. I have a 5 year old. If I didn't have that, I don't think I could be the father I am. I'm not perfect. Absolutely not. But if it wasn't for that, little dude wouldn't be as happy as he is with his dad. So, yeah, I am grateful for that. I tried to get into it. Never got like a good match or whatever when I was younger, like because I wanted to give back and but it's just like I never found like a match with a kid that clicked with me. So I just kind of got out of it. But yeah, for sure. That's something I think a lot of kids should get into, especially if they don't have the opportunities of like the rich kids or whatever. I think that help them a lot and let them and show them what's out there and you're capable of getting it. You're capable of doing it, whatever it may be. I don't know. Like, long story short, go get what's yours is what I learned from it because you're good enough.
Right. Yeah, no, it's beautiful to hear that you learn that empathy and confidence within yourself. It's
Mhm.
something that I mean, like I said, I'm from Lowell. There's no like
Yeah.
real rich people from Lowell. You know what I mean? Like I
Yeah.
said,
Right.
we moved there. We moved to Arizona. We didn't have an air conditioner. That wasn't because we were trying to be hippies or something. We wanted to save the earth. So we're like, we're just gonna suffer.
Nope.
It's
AC is
you know
expensive. Sorry.
AC expensive. We couldn't afford one. That's it. There were literally months where we couldn't afford food, and my mom was working at a fast food restaurant, and she basically just brought home the garbage every night, and that's what we ate for, especially in the summer, right?
Right,
Summer
when
after
my mom
summer.
couldn't feed us, she sent us to Nanas and, all that stuff like that. Like, my mom worked hard, she did everything, but, sometimes life is life and you just dealt the hand you're dealt, But, yeah, I get it.
Exactly.
I'm with you on that
Exactly.
one, man.
Right. You just sometimes you got to do what you got to do to get by, and
Exactly, exactly.
I definitely, I'm a little older. I'm 40. So I remember back in the 90s, especially hearing like the Republicans, right? Not to get super political all of a
Oh,
sudden,
yeah,
but I
right,
just remember
right, right.
hearing from my Republican teachers just hammer home that like you guys are sucking on the system and you're garbage. And I just remember feeling they were trying to make broad statements, but it was hard not to get, offended by it
Because you
because
fall into one of those subcategories. You definitely do.
exactly.
And you're self-aware when you're a kid, whether they like to pretend you are or not, when you're in those positions that you and I were, like they think like you're not aware. Like, yes, I'm aware that Johnny Appleseed down the street got an Xbox and I got a sock with a hole in it, like not literally, but you know what I mean. Like I'm very
Right.
aware. Thank you very much. I am very hungry right now. Thank you for reminding me I suck. Thank you. So I get
Right.
you on that. Thank you. Oh my
Exactly.
goodness.
It and I was always that's one reason why I was very, adherent against certain things because it's like, listen, you take away that program, me and my family starve to death. And what did I personally ever do to you to be sentenced to death? Right. And once again, when I was thinking this, I was 6 years old. I was 8 years old. It doesn't take a college educated person to be able to put 2 plus 2 is not potato, guys. Like it's really
Yep.
not that difficult. And we were conscientiously aware of the idea that hey,
Right.
life isn't easy and other people have more than we do. And it's
Hmm.
not like oh, boo-hoo me, blah, blah, blah. No, it's really
It's
just
just
the
like,
idea
no,
of,
we're aware. The sky is blue, the grass is green, and bears poop in the woods, man. Like it is what it is, you know? Like,
right.
but I think it also makes people like you, me, and whoever, like when they become parents, to make like to have that drive to make sure to the best of their ability. My son, I always told myself, my son will never live in housing. He will never ever know what the projects are. He will never go hungry. And thank God his mom is on the same boat. She grew up wealthy, but at the same time she will sacrifice anything for our child and all that good stuff. And I do everything in my power. I'm not some rich dude, but like I do everything in my power to make sure my son sees none of anything like that. But at the same time, he's kind. He's not spoiled. He makes sure people are taken care of. He's my like I always talk about my son. My son's a rock star. I love that kid, little Goof,
There you go. There you
little
go.
Goof.
And that's the thing, and so many people like to, there's so much animosity in the world right now, which
Mhm.
bothers me to no extent. But if you have a father and he is a real father and he's there for you, that is genuinely the only man in your life. And I'll say this before, I've said this before, I'll say it 65,000 more times. Your father's the only man who wants better for you, right?
Mhm.
I say it to my kids all the time. I don't want you to be like me. I want you to be better than me in
The
every
better
measure.
version of me, what I was supposed to be. Yep.
Exactly. So when you say that, it just goes to show your character and who you are as a man and a father. So I applaud you.
I
I
I
genuinely
appreciate you.
applaud you.
Thank you, man. Thank you. I appreciate that. Yeah.
You I'm you know uh, Part of the whole thing with this podcast is it is about wrestling, but it is about people, right? I want us to see each other. We've done such a great job over the last 8 years of
Mm,
forgetting that the guy that you're screaming at on the internet isn't a robot, it's a person, right? And
exactly.
you may have a difference of opinion with that person, and sure, but are you really going to wish him to death because he likes pineapple on his pizza? Like, are you
I had
serious? Like,
I had one fan. The one time I made an appearance at a Focus Pro, I was a heel doing the manager gimmick for Diego. The whole night while I'm on the side of the apron, he just telling me, "Go kill yourself." I was like, "God, dude!" I was like, "I didn't even do anything." I was like, "Damn." But when I clap back at like he was at a 10, I was at like a 4. He couldn't handle it. He couldn't handle the 4. So it just goes to show, man. And it's like, and I'm glad you do the people thing because a lot of what I've been getting lately is not to be that dude, but people get worked by the gimmick. They think I'm like this obnoxious loud dude. Like I work in
oh
special
my
needs.
god.
I work in special needs. I'm an old fart. I have a kid. Like it's just me thinking of 23-year-old Lorenz and dialing that up to 11 as the cliche goes, you know? So I'm
Right.
glad I get the opportunity to be like, hey, I'm just like
I'm a
skater
person.
dude, whatever, do the thing. Yeah.
Yeah, man. No, and a big reason why I developed it that way was because of the fact that I have friends who buy the character too much. Like we're watching WWE and Seth Rollins turns heel, and this guy's like throwing his Seth Rollins shirt out. He's like, I always knew he was a scumbag. And it's like, what are you doing?
But they keep people fed. I get it, but like at the same time, those are the ones that keep the boys fed.
Right, right.
Like
Because guess what? In 8 months, Seth Rollins is going to turn face again. He's like, I need a new shirt. So good for you. We got him.
we got him. Got you.
Get him. So, all right. So here in your backstory, when did you first fall in love with professional wrestling, and what made you decide to get in the ring?
The first time two separate things, right? The first time I fell in love with it, I don't know if I was in love with it yet, but it's like one of my earliest memories of my neighbors were obsessed with wrestling. I get these like blur, and they would babysit me. I get they had this giant Sting throw pillow, like this couch body pillow thing, and it had the scorpion up it. I remember that. I remember the Stone Cold in the case. Don't touch the case. Don't touch the case. Like, and it's an action figure, and they're tweaking. And I remember that. I remember seeing one of the Summer Slams when I was like real little. But when I like was coherent and like fell in love with it, it was TLC 4 on Raw, and it wasn't because it was a car crash. I loved Kane. I loved Kane growing up. I thought that he was so cool when I was like a little kid. And then in that match, I saw Jeff Hardy all painted up. I'd never seen him before. This guy comes out, yeet to the gills with the paint, and then he's hitting Kane with chairs and does that classic leg drop through the table where you could tell he's rushing up the ladder. And I was like, this is the best thing I have ever seen in my life. This dude, that dude, this guy, they're amazing. I like didn't miss a Raw for like so many years. And then what inspired me to get in the ring is I didn't think I was ever going to wrestle. I always loved wrestling. I'm always going to watch wrestling and all that good stuff. I was heavy into band stuff. I was in a touring band, getting paid, doing all that stuff, touring the country, seeing a bunch of cool stuff, being a rock star, hoorah. And then I was done doing that because I wanted to try wrestling. I was like, why not? I've done everything I said I was going to do in music. I did the Warp Tour. I did this. I did that. Played these shows. I filled in for these famous bands on drums. Hell yeah. I'm kind of over it. Cool. I was like, what's something I've never done before? Something I've never tried that could be super cool, could go somewhere, but at the same time, it'd be fun. And I was like, why not wrestling? That's the only thing I haven't tried yet that I like. Because when I want to do something, like I was an EMT firefighter when I got out of high school. That's what I wanted to do. Like what I wanted to be when I was a little kid. I wanted to be a firefighter. Did that, got bored, did the rock star thing. And then I was like, let's try wrestling. And then I did it. And I was like, decent enough at it at the time, I guess. Not good, but like athletic enough. And I just kind of stuck with it. And I was like, I really like this. I really like this. This is fun. And it's the first, like, and I don't have a lot of friends. I never did growing up. I've had the same 5 friends, except for a few wrestling brothers I have now. My whole life, I've never had like a ton of friends. And it was like the first time I felt like camaraderie from strangers, so to speak, and all that good stuff. So, yeah, I don't know. I love it. It's fun. Yeah, I don't really know what to say about it, man. It's just a cool thing,
Right.
You just feel it. You feel it.
No,
There's no words.
I in once again, I always have to caveat this because I don't want people to think that I've got this ego, but I've done a few in guest ring announcing, right? Dropping the bucket compared to most other people, and I get that. Um, but I can genuinely say not only did I feel most at home really in my life in that ring for those certain moments, but um just recently, maybe I won't name names. Well, maybe I won't name names just because I want to keep it special between me and those people. But
Yep.
recently, I went to a show, and I went up to somebody who is a buddy of mine. I could say he's a buddy of mine. We hug it out every time I see him, and I tell him I love him. I think he's a great guy. And I went up to him and I said, "Hey, man, I just want to let you know I'm very excited, but I'm nervous. Wednesday's my first day at Netball." And he looked up at me with this. You would have thought he just got his favorite present at Christmas, man. He had this big smile on his face and he said, "Listen, bro, you're gonna crush it. You're gonna be amazing." And I was like, "Oh, oh." And I was like, "Thank you, bro. Thank you for saying that." And he's like, "Listen, I don't give a shit what's going on. If you need help with this, like to watch this or check that or whatever, you call me day or night and I'll get back to you as soon as I can." And I was like, "Thank you so much." And then I walked away from that situation and I was like, Jesus Christ, no wonder why I'm divorced. Is this what love and support feels like?
Yo,
Like,
you
holy
on me,
crap, no one
on me,
no
man.
wonder right? This is what actual love and support feels like
No,
from
you'll
people.
crush. Go there and you show them like you like want to do it and you give half a shit like and like they're Chase is gonna take care of you. He's gonna get you hyped up. Scott is gonna take good care of you. They're gonna push you and they're gonna tell you like, no, I've seen that you're capable. Now I expect it. Do it. But at the same time, they will
Right.
pick you up down. They'll make you laugh when I don't know. You got a good group of people there, man. You really really do. Like I'm not friends with
Yeah.
everybody. I don't know everybody anymore, but like yeah, I can confidently say like that's the place to be, man. It really really is. Like just look at the track record. Look at the track record.
Yeah.
That's all you got. Proof is in the pudding, dude. Proof is that one of the
Right.
dudes I'm sorry, Calvin Dumont. Hate that guy. He just went viral for taking a crazy bump, dude. You're in the
Yes.
place. You're in the right place. Where did he learn to take that crazy effing bump, dude? Nepwa.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Exactly.
so
Well, once again, I don't want to name names, but I recently, by circumstance, this is not like, and this is not a flex, guys. This is just telling the fact. I had a kind of high profile Ring of Honor wrestler reach out to me recently out of nowhere. It was very strange. And I actually thought it was a robot. I didn't believe it whatsoever, right?
right?
They messaged me and I was like, oh, this is probably just some like auto response. And then they messaged me the next day and they're like, hey man, are you ghosting me, bro? And I was just like, hey man, is this a robot? Because like, what's going on right now? And
Doesn't
this
sound like
this dude
but
actually
are you real? Sure you're
so this guy right. This guy actually sent me a voice message, like not like a voice text, but like I could hear his voice, and he was like, he's British, so he has an accent. I'm not gonna butcher it, but he's like, hey Brad, I had to ask you a couple questions about something, and I'm just like, what the fuck? Like, holy sh! So I told him, like, hey man, this is the answer to your question. Number one. Number two, my bad, bro. I thought you were a robot. I didn't believe it was the real you, so my bad, bro. And
right.
in number three, I was just like, you know what? This might be the only time I see this to be able to talk to this guy. I straight told him, hey man, I know you do XYZ, and I would love to actually have you as my coach sometime, but I can't afford that because of life circumstances. And I told him how what I was doing and what I wanted to do, and he literally sent me his entire program for free,
That
for
happens.
free, for free. So the when you say people are supporting you, this guy knew for 30 seconds on the internet, and he sent me his whole program for free. He's like, yeah man, I see what you're trying to do and I want to see you succeed. I think you have talent. And I was just like, you think I have talent? What the fuck?
Do you maybe I don't know, you're an interviewer. Do you have the gift gab, man? Do you have the
Right,
gift
right.
gab? Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, you know what, I'll say one name. I'll say one name. In Palladino, Rich, you are the goat. You are the fucking goat, and I will die on that hill. Palladino is the goat. All right, he knows this. I've told him this. I have had the pleasure of being an understudy for him 3 times so far. Every single time, he is a consummate professional. He is super incredible, and this is not trying to toot my own horn. Palladino did this for me on my very first match. No, it was Thanksgiving at the Wrestling Open. I got back to the table after I did the thing. You go back to the table, you do your stuff, right? And after the match is over, and I do the final announcement. Here's your winner. Blah 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 blah. He was like, "Holy shit, kid, your voice is pretty good." And I was like, "Oh my god,
Thank,
Palladino said that to me?
thank goodness, dude. I gotta get
What?
that Goofy. That's the goal this year. Rich Palladino. I'm calling my shot now. This year, wherever it is, man, you're sipping one of these bad boys. There's my
There
plug.
you go.
There's the plug.
Palladino's the goat. Palladino is the goat.
He's a nice dude. He's a nice dude. Hell yeah.
Yeah." And Palladino said some wonderful stuff to Madonna the other day. Once again, I'm going to keep it private, but for that, Palladino, I love you, bro. Like so much. I really do. So Not to get way off track at this point, but you were talking about
Yeah,
that. And like I said,
give
I've
the
been in this. Yeah, I've been here for like 8 months, and I've already seen a great, wonderful amount of people. So hopefully I get to see more. So you have a unique perspective because you've been to different places.
right.
How is New England different from like Arizona or California or New Mexico, or you said Alabama, was it?
West
West
Virginia. But
West Virginia. All right. What
uh,
do you go ahead, tell me what you got.
the difference, I don't know. I just feel like people are a little mean, like not mean, but like we have like that East Coast like grit because like I'll go over to like Arizona and they're like, "You're from the East Coast, aren't you?" I'm like, "Yeah, why?" And they're like, "Yeah, you seem like a dickhead." And I'm like, "Oh, it's like just my face." Like I said, dude, tattooed, look like you drive a lowered Honda. Damn. But
Oh,
it's different there. Like I don't know, it's different here to there. It's a lot of that. A lot of like we kind of I don't know how to word it. Like we know who we are. We carry like a kind of like a swagger kind of deal. Um, we tell each other when stuff is garbage. Like I hate Diego so much. He's such a piece of garbage. But he's my boy, unfortunately. But he's one I'll go to and I'll be like, "Was this garbage? Should I post?" He's like, "No, Lorenz, that's Darbo." Like and like we're unapologetically like that, but it's for like the betterment. A lot of stuff I don't want to
right.
name is or whatever, but like a lot of places, dude, they're too chicken shit to like tell their friends like, "Yo, dude, you had a bad match. This is what you need to do to get better. Like, let's work together." Like, there's a lot of like, let's just glaze our homies, homie hype, blah, 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 blah. Like, no, dude, tell me when I'm doing bad. Please tell me when I'm doing bad so I don't make a fool of myself. This is inherently stupid. I don't want to look more dumb play fighting in my undies or whatever. You know what I mean? Like, so I get
Right.
that is the biggest difference to me, at least. And a lot of the care and production over here is significantly better than a lot of places I've been. No matter like Focus Pro, like I said, only been there one time. That's crazy production. Chaotic is always insane. We know that it's chaotic. Um, Limitless is dope. Like a lot of that, like a lot of places I've been can't hold a candle to it. So with production wise, talent wise, it's we're just a different breed over here. I'm not saying I'm the best or anything like that by no stretch. There's people that will kill me, but I'll kill them on the mic every time. Ayo. But yeah, I don't know, man. It's just like we're a different breed over here. That's all I got to really say about that.
Yeah. No, man, I got once again the free space on the bingo card. I feel like in New England we're spoiled. We got some of the best. Shout out to BioPro. I know they got their new home recently. I've had plenty of those guys on the podcast. They're super wonderful dudes. Um, and
And we're
they,
from New
I mean,
York, New York too. Like I don't even lump New England. I just lump it East Coast almost. And you got you
yeah,
creative that are crazy too because they're over here a ton as well.
yeah, like one up wrestling.
Mhm.
Um, there's a few spots of especially our new. I say our guys, but they're not that whatever. You know, New England guys going to New York and tearing it up over and over again.
Yep,
I love me some Guapo Suave. So ooh, yeah, they got some tag titles over there in New York. So
yep.
um, it's always great to see. I mean, as much as I hate to say it, there are some people going down to Jersey and they're doing stuff in Jersey. So I as a kid from Lowell, Massachusetts, Jersey couldn't be the furthest thing from happiness. But if people are making money, people are making money. You can't.
And I've definitely taken some questionable bookings, but hey, pay me. Let me throw the shirts up for sale and pay me that hot dog, bro.
Right, right. One question I do like to ask,
Yep.
and I got a really good answer from TJ Crawford. Thank you, TJ. And so I've been asking it ever since. If you could give me one like weird, wild, strange travel story. Like maybe it's a venue, maybe it's the journey to get there, something like that. Do you have anything like that? Like something that was weird or wild
I
or
have some that I
wacky?
cannot. close on here, so we'll go with like the PG one. But what was it? September. Me, Diego Alvarez, our buddy Jason Hendricks. He stopped wrestling. He got too many concussions. He got cooked. But him, Keon. If you ever seen Keon wrestle at Rebel Spirit, we all got in a car. We got in my car and we drove to Ohio for a booking. It was ACW. They usually run in West Virginia, but they were in Ohio for some reason that day. So we all drove there. And I don't know what everyone ate, but the amount of bathroom stops and the amount of poop that was coming out of these men was unbelievable. Like I felt like I was pulling over every fucking 5 minutes. And then we got Diego getting, oh, bro, I'm car sick. Can we sit in the front seat? Lauren's like, no, deal with it. And I had to pull over, and this man is yakking. I have the videos too. I posted on my story. No shame. I hate him so much. But he's yakking, trying to be all ooh for the ladies, and this man can't hold his Taco Bell. Damn.
Oh my god.
Yeah, stuff like that. The other ones I don't think I should share, but yeah, but there I got some crazy stories with some notable names that held some major gold, and that major gold played some crazy parts in those stories. So I'm not gonna say nothing about nothing, but hey, search my social media posts and you'll probably put two and two together. Just gotta scroll down the gram. I'm sure you'll know. But yeah.
There you go. There you go, guys. Check out Instagram. And you
No,
you know,
don't do that.
pew,
Watch
pew,
me
pew, pew,
jump off
pew.
stuff. Don't be detective. Just watch me jump off stuff and be a dork.
There you go. There you go. Watch the wrestling, guys. Watch some wrestling. You know, it's oh man, it's funny you talked about Rebel Spirit. The last time we went to Rebel Spirit, JJ and I, well, she was very excited because Danielle and Jaleesa and Mortar were there, so she was
Delia?
over the. Yeah, Delia. Yeah, Danielle Delia was there, giving out the hugs. We got some hugs. We also were babysitting the front door, waiting for her Chipotle to show up to make sure she got her food on time.
Sounds like her. Sounds like her.
Sounds like her.
Go
Well,
wait.
right. So she's got some friends, man. My daughter stood by that door for like 25 minutes until Danielle showed food up. Show food up. God damn, food showed up. All right, because my daughter's a real one.
Oh
But
yeah. Oh yeah.
speaking of being a real one, and this was wild. Um, previous that month, Miles Hawkins had a match with Mike Grassa, and Miles Hawkins got in the match, got a little handsy with Katie Prescott, and JJ was not having it. She was like, "Don't you ever touch my mom like that again!" Like she was losing it. She was like, "Don't you ever!" Right? And it was hilarious because we're sitting there at the door watching for this Chipotle, and Miles Hawkins walks by, and we're like 90 feet away, and he's like being all like waving, "Hi guys, how's it going?" And she's like, "I will kill you."
I will end your damn
I
life
will
right
end
now.
you.
Right now.
Like I
You're
need.
dead.
She's like,
The
"Come
finger
over
starts
here for a
popping.
minute. Come over here for a minute. I want to tell you about this something." Bam.
Let me shine you up, brother.
This one's for Katie, bro. Don't you touch my mom again. But yeah, that's wild. That's a
Uh,
man. People get some good stuff. I've heard some really good stories. Better ones off camera, to be fair. People have sent me better ones off the camera
yeah, I'm so sorry. I had nothing great for you other than the gross
no,
bathroom stuff. I was
it's
like, and like alluding to the bad thing, but yeah. If I said that, it's over for me. But
right. Right. Nobody needs that. I
yeah,
know plenty of I've heard plenty of things that if I said on camera, I'd be over for me too. So there's no, let's not
In
let's
wrestling, it
not
would
do
be
it.
over for me. Like, what would you? Oh, man.
Yeah. No need. No need at all. Um so how did you develop your in-ring style?
I don't know. I just kind of like they always say like don't do it you're not good at. I'm really good at punches. Like I'm sorry. Like I probably have some of the best punches around here. Just again, I just need the platform for people to see. And I'll die on that hill. Come at me, bro. But I'm good at the punches. I really like strikes and stuff like that. I don't do a lot of kicks, but I don't know. I see guys like that working like that. I grew up big Jeff Hardy fan, so I do like some whispers. I'll do like a swanton when someone isn't doing it 1,000 times on a show.
Right.
I don't know. I like to bounce around, but I don't know. I'm more of like a gimmick. I don't know how to like really answer that question, to be honest. I just kind of like, am I good at this? Does this match for my stature? I'm not hitting spears. I'm like barely 5'10". My tall ass hair makes me like 6 feet though. Um, so like I'm not hitting crazy power moves. I don't know. I just see things like, does that match my stature? Is that believable if someone of my size does that? Like when I work big guys, I'll jump on their back and I'll do like a sleeper hold kind of thing, like desperate shaking, like come on, please pass out, like things like that. Like I don't know. I just kind of see what fits and what works. I never was really like I want to be a high flyer, and I have bad knees, dude. My knees are dust from wrestling. So I try and stay on the ground the most I can, but I will pop those things out every time, but not every time. I don't know, man. I don't know. I just kind of piecing it together as I go.
What are your favorite things to hit?
My favorite moves to hit.
Yeah.
It's a combo. I call it the vibe check. So it's like the corner capture clothesline, like the Miz clothesline, and then I'll feed through and I'll get everyone hype while I'm on the outside, and then I'll springboard back elbow from the outside. Like I'll throw myself up, bounce on that top rope, and then spin midair and hit someone. I call it the vibe check. That's probably my favorite one to hit, and then my second one is it's usually duck one, springboard back elbow kind of deal or whatever it may be. So like the springboard back elbow and then the vibe check. I really like to do those ones a lot. And then I'd
Is
probably
there
say I like doing the it doesn't match with my size and like my style so much, obviously, but I do like in the spinning sidewalk slam, like when you kind of take a walk with them with the momentum.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, when they
Yeah,
do the
that one's
spin
always
deal.
fun.
Yeah, but those are
Right.
pretty fun ones. Those are pretty fun ones. I love taking a back body drop. I love selling a back body drop. That's awesome. I know that's not really doing a move, but hey, man, I like to take some stuff a lot too.
Ah, it's most people seem to forget that if you're not selling somebody else's offense, it's a boring ass match. Let's just be
Exactly.
real. Like,
Exactly. I love that Moxley Ambrose, whatever you want to call him, the sell when he like does like the whatever when he like I forget what match it was, but he took like a back body on like a ladder and he sold up. I did that once and that got me a booking off a back body drop in a practice. Like, okay. He's like, I want you to do that like 4 times in a match. I'm like, okay, I can do that.
yeah, I mean, you got to go with what you know, right?
Yeah,
Just
I was like, all
let
right, that's what you want.
right. That's what you want. Sounds good. I'm in. If there's a particular type of I mean, I know you said bad knees and all, right? I mean,
Yeah, yeah,
we,
yeah.
time is undefeated at this point. But let's say you know your body's 100%. Is there something you would love to be able to hit that you just haven't done because of
Oh,
the
oh
limitations?
man, I would love to. Man, I would love to bring back the Meteora or whatever it's called. I used to do that a ton from the top or the second, the knees thing where you land on your knees. One of my finishes. Hate me if you want, I don't care, dude. Get a life. But I used to hit the pedigree, but the nope, not anymore. Nope. But yeah, those
Yeah,
are ones I wish I could bring back, the Meteora and the Pedigree, or at least one of them. But for now,
and some people don't even realize how much even something like that's kind of simple, repetitive thing could be so bad. I mean, think of
jumping up and
Hulk
down,
Hogan, right?
the
Hulk
leg drop
Hogan
in the
literally
back, the leg drop in the back.
leg drop. Exactly. He did like one of the most simple finishers of all time, with all due
Yep.
respect, and he had the worst back for 30 years because of it.
Yep. How many
And it
surgeries did
wasn't
that guy have?
anything. Right. He wasn't doing a swanton off the top. He wasn't doing whatever. He was just doing a simple big boot into a leg drop, and he messed up his back horribly. So, and it wasn't like he was terrible at it. He was that's just the repetitive motion of it all, right?
Yeah,
it's just
like
going to be
it's
a
like
thing.
working out. You work out your arm, it's gonna get bigger eventually. You're gonna keep bumping your lower back. It's gonna hurt eventually. Yeah, and they always say, right?
Yep.
It's the little things. Like I've had two. I've only had two. Thank God, God willing, I've only had two serious injuries. Um, wrestling. I dislocated my shoulder when I first went to Nepwad. I tore my labrum. I had to get that fixed. I was only out for 4 months, I just took an arm drag and I just didn't post hard enough, and I just landed weird and just popped out, and it was so bad. And Chase popped it back in. I was crying like a baby. It hurt so bad. And then the other one, I was training at another school and doing like a whatever. And I wasn't even going to go that day, but oddly enough, I'm always with this jerk. Diego was like, "Please come. I don't know who's there. Please come. Please come." I'm like, "All right, I'll come." And went up there. We're doing like a tag drill, and I do a boot in the corner or whatever, like when they throw the dude into the guy on the apron's foot. That didn't even do it. I stepped down on the apron and I pivoted to like do some crowd work and like rah, 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 and my knee blew out and took everything, and I was out for 17 months. I lost 17 months of wrestling from just turning and pivoting the wrong way. So that was awesome. But I think it was supposed
Right.
to happen. I think that was supposed to happen because without that, I would have never thought of this gimmick. I would have never thought of anything. Not that I'm like some crazy successful guy by any stretch, but like I definitely know who I am. I got more confident, took the time to get in better shape the best I could, and all that good stuff. So yeah, I'm not mad at it. It just is what it is.
Yeah, I mean, I had on Lauren St. James, and in her first
Hmm.
match ever, she broke her arm in the most horrific way possible. And you know, whether it's in a match or in training, I don't think there's been a person on this podcast so far who hasn't got hurt in some way. And
Hmm.
it's 90% of the time it's something they've done 1,000 times, and it was just that one freak accident, and it's just they're toast. And it's the most insane honestly, man, it's the most insane thing to hear sometimes when people are like, "Yeah, I was just doing this one backdrop that I've done 1,000 times, but that day I landed wrong," right? And it's
Right,
just
right,
like,
right, 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 right.
and these guys are way more talented than I could ever be. So, man, just sometimes it happens, right? It's good to hear that you had that mental fortitude to be like, "Hey, this was rough, but it was a metamorphosis. I cocooned myself, and
I
I was able to bound back." You know?
Exactly, and I had so much good, like, support and all that around that time, especially. Like, my friends were like, "Don't quit," because everyone has that injury where they're like, "Dude, I think I'm all set, man. Like, I really think I'm all set." And they were like, "Nah, dude, that just sucks," and it was painful, but, honestly, and I thought about it, I was like, out of all the times I've been in a wrestling ring, only 2 times I've ever truly been hurt, like, I'll take those odds. I'll take those odds all day.
Yeah.
It's fun. It is fun. Well, whether you there's some days you hate it, but I think it's worth it. Even for the dog shit you get sometimes, I think it's all worth it. You're doing your thing, the thing that 6-year-old you, like you said earlier, never thought you'd get to do.
Yeah. I mean, I mean, it was unfortunate that the shows were like, I made my IWTV debut on Christmas. I never thought that would be a thing. You know what I mean? Like,
Exactly.
right? And it was a weird bunch of circumstances at that point, but the um the ability to know that I can go on IWTV and see this fucking face actually
Mhm.
like, I need more of that, man. Might have to break my body 17 more times to get there, but it
Right,
seems like
right.
you know what I mean? It's
And it
oh
was
man.
cool. Yeah, it's always cool too. You never know what's going to happen. Like the last time, I'm going to circle back to the Focus Pro thing. Like the one time I went there, because I love doing that. I hope I get to go back there one day. But like actually wrestle. Like Diego's like, I just need you to stand there and just heal it up because Lex can't make it. I'm like, hell yeah, I'll do that for you, man. Thank you. Hell yeah. And then I get there and they're like, yeah, you have a mic. I'm like, oh. And then I was like, honestly, I'm pretty good at this and they're going to hate me. So let's let it rip. And I did. And I was like, dude, this is so cool. This is so cool. I didn't think I get to do this. To other people, that's chump change. But like, I'm the unchosen.
Right.
I'm not the golden child. I'm not the dude in the office. You know what I mean? I'm just the goof man. I'm too lit. So for me, that was a lot of fun. That was cool to have like a promoter have faith in someone they've never seen. Definitely didn't know who I was. Like here's a live mic on one of my big shows. Enjoy. but it was probably thanks to Diego because I was with him and he's their top heel. Like it or not, that dude is. God, I hate him, but he's that dude there. So I think it was
He
because
is.
of that, largely in
He is.
part. Yeah.
Yeah, he's definitely the top heel. That's why, I'm just
Don't you want to burn that belt? Don't you want to burn that belt? God,
honestly, I
when
just
he
want to.
showed me that, belt, I was like, "You are everything they say you are, you piece of shit. I can't even defend you. I can't even defend you anymore. I'm sorry."
Um, there's there's a I can't remember the name of them, and I forgive me for that, but there's a group of guys who make signs. That's like their whole thing. They actually run a company that makes signs. So they have for each like person that's there, they make a custom sign, and they actually have a sign that is Diego from Dora the Explorer,
Go
like the
Diego,
cover.
go.
Yeah, they have Go
Yep,
Diego Go, that guy, and he's wearing a fake WWE belt. And that's what they put up anytime Diego Alvarez is in the ring. They put up their Go Diego Go with his WWE belt to make fun of him. And
I love it.
it is a great sign. It is a great sign. I could genuinely see your kind of energy working with Focus Pro. Like I've been
We'll see
to
what happens. I'll
plenty of.
show up, fold some chairs, and see what happens, man.
Right. No, just because they have a very high energy crowd, right? Despite the fact that we are sharing fans at many different places, there are some crowds that are more, you could say rambunctious or just more,
With it. But I'd say just with it. That's a good way to
right.
sum it up with it.
They're
Yeah,
with
I
it.
think my gimmick definitely lends itself to I wouldn't say TV 14 or anything like that because I could tone it down. It's ambiguous. If you're saying it's booze, that's on you. If it's this, it's that kind of deal. But like I do definitely I think it lends itself naturally to those like 18 plus 21 plus shows like focus not that Focus Pro isn't that but like or whatever or is that or whatever but like I think like you said like the crowd like how they get I don't know how it would do at Chaotic. We'll see, hopefully. But yeah, those
Yeah.
high rambunctious shows, like definitely, those are my best showings. Those are always you just like feel that you really everyone's just like, oh, you feel it, brother. But it's like no, like I'm really feeling this. Like these people want to rage, and they know I'm not like playing a character because it's 100% me. It's just like you said, dialed up to 11. Like I don't know, but I think like I said, lends itself naturally to those things. So hopefully I can get there
Yeah.
again.
No, I mean, in Focus Pros, they're normally in a bar. So,
Right,
you
right.
know, if you're already in the bar, yeah, people are expected. Obviously, it's not just 21 plus because my daughter's there like every
Exactly,
month.
exactly, exactly.
There's other children as well, but marginally speaking, it is in a bar and most people are drinking, so it does kind of lend itself. I genuinely believe that your gimmick would get over there. To be fair, I really do, because
I
like
think
that crowd.
I'm gonna put myself out there, man. And people are gonna probably screen record this and send this to all their homies. Oh, this guy sucks. No, give me the platform, dude. All I need is an entrance, and I need 3 minutes in that wrestling ring, and I will get this gimmick over. I have proven it time and time again on camera at nauseum. I am. My time is coming. I don't know how it's going to come. I don't know when it's coming, but like I am going to be a major player by the end of this year. And I don't care who you are. I don't care who you say. I don't care who you try and keep down, but I'm coming, baby, and we're raging. You can't stop the Goof Troop, man. You just can't. As much as people have tried, and they really, really have, because wrestling's stupid in high school. You can't stop it because it's natural, dude. They feel the real dude behind it. It's not, I'm Randy Orton and I'm the best wrestler. Bingo Hall, classic, having leg slap and jerk. No, dude, I'm the lit one. And you learn to love it, baby, because I'm not going anywhere.
Love it, man. I love the vibe for sure.
Thanks, man.
All
Appreciate
hype,
it.
baby. Let's go. Let's go. I mean, I
I
know,
don't
I
say that.
know.
I was told not to say that. That's generic. Let's go.
Let's go.
No.
All right. Well, I watched too much Deadpool and Wolverine. All right. And so, what do you want to do?
That's all right. I love that too. Like a little prayer.
Um, I can't say that I was thinking about this yesterday. To be fair, and sometimes for Focus Pro, they'll have um Jesus, I just lost the word for it. Like an off focus show. They have like a
Yep.
pre-match, right? They'll have a pre-match.
Out of focus, out of focus, out of
Out of
focus.
focus.
Yep.
Yeah, okay. I hate when I do that. I lost it.
No, you're
But
good. You're good. Because I just got hit to that too. Because I told Diego, I was like, it would be cool if they had something called out of focus, man. He's like, they do. I'm like, oh,
yeah, yeah, they have the out of focus. So sometimes they'll bring in a special guest ring announcer to do the out of focus match, and
yep,
then that person has the pleasure of introducing Palladino for the real card, right? So
yep.
my mind for 2026 or maybe 2027, depending on what obviously what Chase and Scott say, would be to become the out of focus guy. Like, I was looking at you would have seen the shoes, man. I was looking at
I seen
there's
the
a match
shoes
in
and I seen the jacket. Just get it. Just get it. If you think
dude.
should I and you post it, you want it, get it, dude. Just get it.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna
What are you
buy it
gonna
later,
get?
but I'm
Heat?
like,
What are you gonna get? Heat? They're gonna make some noise. Oh
right,
well,
right.
pay me.
Oh well, a reaction is what we need, man. So, um,
Make them talk.
and exactly, and shout out to Mike Grossa. Mike Grossa. I had the pleasure of introducing him, and he was on the podcast, and
Mhm.
him and Katie loved the way I introduced them, and I made a whole video about it, and they loved it so
Mhm.
much. So shout out to those guys. At least
Oh
I have
yeah.
like my 6 people behind me, bro. You know?
That's what I'm saying, dude. But hey, you never know. Like me, the Goof. I didn't expect anyone to give a shit ever, and like it just like not that it's like huge or anything, but it like keeps growing. I'm like, dude, are you guys like seriously buying this shit? Are you guys really like into this? Like, I'm not gonna say that, but like, are you sure? You sure? Like, so yeah, dude, run it, chase that clout, whatever you got. That's what I was always told. Chase the clout, flex when you can. Not everyone's gonna love it, but whatever. It's play fighting in your undies.
Right,
If you're taking this that seriously, that a minnow in an ocean is making a shark sweat, you got some issues, brother. You got some issues. I'm a
right,
minnow.
exactly. So 2026, you're looking to get more. All right, I love
Mhm.
it. This is honestly normally a question I would say my daughter asks, but
Yep.
for my own I don't know, today thought process, I put it on the list here. If you could book a dream match right now for 2026, any opponent, any stipulation, um any promotion, what would it be and why?
Any promotion, don't care what it is. Most people pick their favorite wrestler of all time. I'm gonna pick someone who's in my top five because I feel like his offense I would sell like a son of a bitch for. And it could just be a straight up regular match. Any promotion, like I said, Booker T, any era, I'll take it all day long. All day long. Can you dig it?
Love it. Can you
Do
dig
you
it,
dig lit?
sucker?
Do you dig
Do do
lit,
do.
sucker?
Right. Yeah, you could do a whole thing. You come out, you say that, you do the spinneroonie. Everybody wants to do the spinneroonie, man.
Oh,
Come
dude, the
on.
last time I was a heel, like people do this all the time. Like, I'm gonna rip off some stuff, and I'm like, you think you have what? When I'm a heel, like, do you think you have what it takes to go one on one with the lit one? Like, and people like hate
Yeah.
that. Like, oh, he thinks he's the Rock. He thinks he's the Rock. I'm like, no, dude, it's just quick and quippy. I swear to God,
Right. Right.
I'm
Yeah. Not
small.
like
Rock is big. I'm small.
right. No, and sometimes you got to get that low hanging fruit, man. If you do it and you do it right, it's worth it. You know,
And they knew
it's
where it
it's
was
got to be
going
worth
too.
it.
The one time I did it, they knew exactly where it was going. You could just feel it kind of come up, like the grumbles, like "Oh my god!" But that was the last time I was a heel. Like I pulled that out on my butt. So yeah,
There you go. What's one thing most fans don't know about you as a person outside the ring?
I everyone says they're a huge nerd. I'm a huge nerd. I have an unhealthy comic book obsession. I literally have, the Green Lantern. I love the Green Lantern. I have the Green Lantern
Yeah.
oath tattooed. Oh, wrong side, tattooed on my chest right here. They have the whole Green Lantern oath on my chest. So I'm a huge dork. I'm a dad. Yeah, I'm just kind of a dweeb, dude. Honestly, everyone, like, not everyone, like, people think like I'm actually, like I've said, they think I'm actually the gimmick. So I think, like, to think I'm doing okay at it. But yeah, dude, I'm a huge dork. I'm actually gonna go to a comic book shop after this and get some new stuff. So yeah, there's that. Oh, and
Do you go to
I hate
Comic Con?
Italian food. I hate Italian food.
More for me, bro. That sounds good. That
Take
sounds
it, take
good.
all of it, all of it.
I I I grew up. I have 9 siblings. All right. So when we had food, we had to share everything all the time. All right. We
Yep.
had to always share. All right.
Survive. First
So
comes, first serve.
anytime, exactly. So me, when people are like, I don't like that, I'm like, perfect. I don't have to share with you, bro. Sounds good.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I will
And you're
take the
still in the
spaghetti.
mindset of like someone's gonna eat your leftovers. You're still in the mind, even like when we're older, because I was the same way. Like I gotta eat it because someone else is gonna take it because it's it's there, and we're all hungry and we're poor, like we talked about before. Like yeah,
Yeah. Yep. No, it's true. It's true. That's one of the things I love about my diet now. Most people aren't stealing my leftovers. Let me tell you.
yeah,
Let
oh
me
yeah,
tell you.
dude. I got some muscle lady getting me right or got me right or whatever. So that's nice. That's always nice where someone's driving you and getting you strong. Hell yeah.
Right. When you talked to, I mean, obviously my name's Chris Evans, so it's kind of
Yep.
hard not to get that. I am a veteran, so I was in the army. I like to say he got to be handsome and rich, and I did it for real. He pretended. But we definitely go to Comic Cons. Shout out to Brian Bayside. I love you, Brian. Last time we went to Rhode Island Comic Con, he was there vlogging, and he walked by, and I was just like, Bayside, Bayside,
Well,
Bayside.
may I
I
ask, what
literally
was
got
you
out
there
of.
for? What's his nerdum? What's his geekdom?
You know what? I haven't had the chance. I'm gonna have to message him and be like, "What were you vlogging?" Because I didn't see anything,
Yeah.
and maybe I missed it. Maybe I missed it somewhere. But when I was talking to people about it, they're like, maybe he was trying to get Ric Flair to rub his belly or something. Like that would have been
Oh my
something.
god.
Shout out Bayside. Shout out Bayside. Actually, you know what? Legit. Let me mark out for a second here. Boom. Rub my
Oh,
belly. How about that?
got it. Rub my
Boom. How
belly.
about that?
I
Rub
never
my
knew what
belly.
that said.
I love you, Brian. Yeah, rub my belly for sure. There you go.
Rub my
This
belly
one's for
all
you. This
day,
one's for
like a
you, Brian. I
baby.
love you, bro. All day, bro. No, yeah, I mean, comic books are great. I'm very excited about Avengers Doomsday. I can't wait for that to come out. Super amazing. It's the more and more I hear, we're gonna have the X-Men and everybody in the same spot. We could
I'm
talk.
waiting for my
Honestly, I literally
lantern
probably have
show.
too many.
Wait for my lantern show in
Yeah,
August. Man. We haven't had live action Green Lantern in 15 years. I'm so hyped.
right,
We
right,
don't talk
and
about that
and it
last
looks
one though. We
good,
don't
man.
talk about that last one. We're a bunch of
You know,
losers,
you know
huh?
what's, back back in the day, I was actually pretty good friends with the owner of a comic book store in Glendale, Arizona,
Yep.
and it was a super fun comic book store. And he gave me early tickets for a screening for Green Lantern, and it was like a Monday screening before it came out on Friday.
Was it
Because
garbage then?
some people don't. Yeah, well, some people don't seem to know that like movies actually come out on Thursday now, but
I know. I'm
back
like, what do you
back
mean?
in the day,
Like,
they actually.
yeah, Friday. Yeah, Friday. It was
Yeah,
actual
like
Friday.
first. Yeah, because it used to be Friday at midnight. And then unfortunately, due to some stuff I shouldn't mention because YouTube's probably going to demonetize me, they moved it to like Thursday, so they spread it out. So it used to be
Yeah.
Friday at midnight, 11:59 was the showing, but now you can go and see them at Thursday like 2 o'clock. But this was
Yeah.
like a
Yeah.
Monday showing, and I was super mad because I couldn't go. So my boss wouldn't let me get out of work. So I actually gave the tickets to my brother and his friend, and I'm so happy I didn't see that movie. And I still haven't really seen that movie. Like my
Let me
brother
tell you
went. He's a
this.
huge Green Lantern guy.
Let me tell you this. So, like, like Batman and Robin with Arnold Schwarzenegger when he's Mister
Yeah,
Freeze, he has all the ice puns. It's like the Ryan Reynolds Green Lantern is like, let's have some beers and get pretty tipsy with our friends and enjoy this horribly so bad it's good movie together and make fun of it the whole time. It's one of those. Like there's some good parts. There's like a
Yeah.
couple good glimmering little lights, and then it immediately extinguished. But like, yeah, that's how I like to eat that one.
Yeah. No, it's and yeah, it's probably something I'd have to do is be with a bunch of people who actually wouldn't mind watching it and roasting it. But my brother's a huge Green Lantern and a huge Green Arrow fan, comic book wise. He's always schooling me on the Lantern comics because
Mhm.
the regular representations are always off by a far. He actually thinks that
Oh, dude, I
Ryan
have
Reynolds.
read, I have everything. I'm not even kidding, dude. I have almost every Green Lantern comic ever published. Like they're not like first editions, but like I have almost everything, all just about. So I feel him on that. He's like, no,
Yeah,
you be a lantern
right.
snob.
Exactly. Actually, I should get you two lantern snobs together one time. You probably can. If
Exactly.
you like
My
hiking, you guys
5 year
can
old's
go
a
for hike.
lantern snob too.
Yeah. You just
Yeah.
roast the shit out of things. He does it the same thing with Deadpool. He says he's like the only person I've ever heard that says like Ryan Reynolds Deadpool is garbage. Like he's like this guy is he's like the Deadpool I know isn't an asshole like this all the time. The Deadpool I know has more depth of character. So like
I would agree with
I
that.
don't
I would
once again
agree with that. But however, like he owned it so well. You kind of like when you read a Deadpool title now, it's kind of like you kind of hear his voice, like Tony Stark, Iron Man. Where you hear Robert Downey Jr., you don't have that made up voice. When I read Batman
yeah.
comics, I hear Kevin Conroy. When I see the Joker, I hear Mark Hamill. R.I.P.
Yes.
R.I.P.
No.
Kevin.
R.I.P. Kevin is my Batman. Well,
He
the
is
only
the
other person that
Batman.
yes, yeah, I've always said that, and from day one I said it when Batman Begins came out in 2005, because I really wasn't a big fan of the Christian Bale like "I'm Batman." I was not
Yeah.
a fan of that whatsoever. I was like, bro, why didn't they just
Begins, I
hire
think, was
Kevin
the better
Conroy?
voice.
Yeah. But I don't get like in my mind I thought to myself, why didn't they just hire Kevin Conroy and overdub his voice so when he's in the suit, he has Kevin Conroy's voice? And there was actually a video years ago where Kevin Conroy did lines from the Christian Bale movies and it was
Yes, and
fucking
he does it with
spectacular.
the guy who does Pinky and the Brain and all those. I've seen those. I watch those at
Yeah,
nauseum when they pop up on reels. I'm like, I have to watch this. They'll do scenes from
it's
like
so good.
scene. They'll have like a bunch of different voice actors from our childhood, like doing like scenes from the movie Heat or whatever. Like, but in
Right,
their
right.
gimmick, it's great. I love it.
And it's great. I love him so much. And to me, Conroy will always be it. I cosplay as a Joker. My Joker is very much based upon Mark Hamill's Joker.
Yep.
Like my daughter's not here right now, so I could
Now let me ask
if
you
I
this:
was
the
ready.
revamp style, or the one where he has no lips, or the classic when he has the lips and stuff. You know what I'm talking about? When they changed the art style of the animated
Oh
series,
yeah.
and then he was
No,
like
I'm more.
gray.
Yeah, that was strange. No, I'm
So
more of the
okay, so
classic.
classic. Okay,
Yeah, classic,
got you.
classic. I in the I'll send you the clips because I made sure to I made sure to record myself. It's easier to get back into character when you just listen to yourself being maniacal sociopath, right? Because that's what the
Hmm.
Joker is. So I get back into it, and I recently had Anna Gel, the body artists that from
Yep.
DAHC. She's the one who does like all the stuff for like Eyeless and stuff at Rad Pro. Her and I are definitely going to link up so she can give me a new version of the Joker. I think it's going to be super dope. I'm very excited about it.
Hell yeah, run it, dude, run it.
I think it's going to be great.
This will
Also,
be awesome. My son
also,
wants to do
also,
like a cosplay, and I'm like, damn, dude. I'm like, I don't think I have
I
the
know
balls for that.
I know some people, man. If you need to get hooked up with, I would
I
say
might
this.
because my son is pushing me, dude. He wants me to be a like this Red Lantern atrocitus alien monster. I'm like, dude, I don't know how to do that.
You know, d- easy answer, right? You
Yep.
guys should go to shout out to these people because they're wonderful. Every year in Nashua and in Portland, Maine, they have two different shows. It's Kids Con. Kids
Okay.
Con. Um, it's like $10 a person. There's literally thousands of things you can do. They have all kinds of amazing people there. I've got to meet Jim Lawson.
I
I got a
actually have
picture with Jim
autograph. My
Lawson.
son loves Ninja Turtles. I have an autograph. I have 2 autographed comic books by him. He's from my hometown. He's from Dover. He was there, Dover, New Hampshire. He was there a couple summers
Yeah,
ago. We went and met him. Yeah, hell yeah.
super cool guy. But the amazing thing about it is most of the stuff there is free. So all the
Oh,
extras that you normally would go and pay for at regular Comic Cons, you get free. So like the picture I got with Jim Lawson was free. That's what I'm saying. Like I didn't have to pay for his picture or his autograph on the
yeah,
stuff.
nice.
I
We
didn't have to
didn't
pay.
either. That's sick, dude. Because some of those dudes, I got an autograph from Robert England once, and this man ran my pockets $200.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I went to I just put for anybody who didn't see it, I just put my WrestleCon 2025 Las Vegas haul on the internet yesterday, and I think that cost me like in total like maybe 2 grand for all that stuff. Like
Woo!
easy. 2 grand easy. So um, but Kids Con is ran by a couple of amazing people. They get these cosplayers that go in and do amazing jobs. All the extra stuff they do is free. Shout out to Matches Malone. I love you, Matches. You're my boy. He has been some form of Batman for the last 3 decades, and to me, he will always be a saint. Um, Ooh, I'm gonna get choked up, man. He's there for all the sick kids in the hospitals and stuff. He is a saint. I love you, Matches. You're my brother. But he's a really good friend of mine, and basically
Oh
anybody who
yeah.
runs that show and the
Hell yeah.
cosplayers. Andrew, to shout out to Andrew. He's a good guy too. But they have a bunch of like really well known cosplayers that volunteer at these kids cons, and if
Good,
you
good,
are
good,
in
good,
New
good.
England yeah, if you are in New England and you are paying like I'm telling you right now, what you're getting for with your money for like $20, you cannot get anywhere else. All right,
I believe
look
it.
into it. If anybody else is like, hey, what else is there? Hit me up. Shit, maybe I'll have this lady come on the podcast one time. I've been doing these bonus episodes where I bring
Yep.
non-wrestlers in to talk about my extracurricular activities.
Why
Maybe I'll
not?
have
Why
her come
not?
in. She's she's a super awesome person, and she's always been courteous and kind to myself and my daughter. We used to go to when JJ was younger. We went to a bunch of these shows, and they're spectacular. For what you get for 10-15 bucks a person, you can't get anywhere else. And I could sit here forever and name like 60 different
Okay.
artists that I never thought I would meet, and I got like $10 for an autograph and a free picture because
Oh,
they're
that's stuff.
charging they're they're charging a lower price because they realize what they're there for, right? They're there for the
Exactly.
kids. So they're not
Exactly.
charging you $100, $200, $300. They're charging $10. One of my favorite artists from the 80s, um, he was there and he actually had some of his other art that he makes for his grandkids. So I got to
Mhm.
have he was really big in Marvel in the 80s for like the Punisher and Iron Man and stuff.
Yep.
And I
Who
got
was
him to
it? May I
sign
ask?
one of my
I'll get to it. Who was it?
I'll send you the stuff later for sure.
Okay, okay, my
But
bad, my
like,
bad, my bad. We're nerd
yeah, yeah,
now.
yeah.
My bad, my bad.
I'll send you all the. If I open that box, we'll be here all day, man. But
All right, that's
I'll
fair,
send you
that's
all the
fair.
stuff for
You'll
sure.
get me going about
And
McFarlane and shit. You're good.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Not to mention Jim Lawson was for free. You could go to a class where Jim Lawson was teaching kids how to draw the Ninja Turtles, like
Oh, what a
for
good
free, dude.
dude.
Like
Hell yeah.
what I'm what I'm telling you, you can't get a better thing for $20 a person. I'm telling you right now, it's not ever gonna. You're never gonna see it better than that. So shout out to KidsCon. Take your
Let's
kid there. You're
go.
gonna love it. I don't think we're gonna be able to go this year because of various reasons. But
Yep.
if you do end up going, let me know, and I'll hook you up with some people. Is what I'm saying. I'll be like, listen,
I
this is
will
my guy.
absolutely. And yeah, I'm sure it sounds
I'll
like little man would love that.
oh, he would lose his mind, and I'll make sure to tell certain people that to give you the extra wink or whatever. You know what I mean? Like it'll be
Gotcha.
sweet,
I
man. It'll
appreciate it. I'm gonna look into that after this
right.
actually. That's sick.
Especially, does he like Pokemon?
Oh, dude, the Pokemon phase just started like a few months ago. It's insane.
Okay.
So yeah. Yeah.
Because my boy Andrew, he normally dresses up as Power Rangers for his
But
regular
he just
cons,
started that too. Ah!
so there you go. So my boy, he normally dresses up as Power Rangers for regular cons, but at Kids Con, he goes back and forth between a Power Ranger and like Pikachu. So
Perfect.
boom. Who doesn't love Pikachu, man? This is America,
Hell
damn
yeah,
it.
dude. Hell yeah. And it's crazy how the kids
Uh
get into that.
yeah, it's true. It's so true. Um, so to bring it back to the wrestling here, after we've nerded out for it feels like 20 minutes.
Yeah, my bad,
Um,
guys. Sorry.
no, did like once again, I want to show people that you're not just a wrestler, you're a human being. So that's
I appreciate
very
it.
very much a thing for me because I feel like we really lose sight of that as people. When you want to believe the gimmick, you want to go all in, no problem, man. That's between you and Jesus, as I like to say. But for me, it's like, hey, you know what? There's a method behind this madness. So,
Learn to turn it off. Turn it off, bro.
so, um, to spine it back around, how do you stay motivated on those harder days, man?
Wrestling sucks, especially independent wrestling. That sucks, dude. We've all done it. We've all had car cries. Like no matter you're wrestling, you're a ring announcer. Sometimes you just have bad days and you don't believe in yourself. But me, to go back to my son, my little dude, he just started really liking wrestling and like asking me a bunch of questions. And we'll be watching it together. I'll show him some characters he might like, and he's like, "Dada, when are you gonna wrestle that guy?" I'm like, "Oh, I don't know, but I should probably move my butt though." And then like my son, like it may never happen that I wrestle like one of those names he sees on TV. Absolutely not. But like or whatever. But but that keeps me motivated. Like show my son like a dad's chasing his dream now. Whatever yours is, go get yours, dude. It could be astronaut cowboy. You're 5, astronaut cowboy. If that's what you want to do, we'll figure it out. And I hope I show him that by staying motivated through him because there's days I don't want to do it. There's days I don't want to put on the shorts. I don't want to put on the knee pads. I'm like, this show sucks. I don't even want to be here. We all feel it. I don't care who you are. Stop pretending to have a good attitude all the time amongst yourselves in private. Like stop it. But yeah, on those days I'm like, little man wants to see you. So I always write on my wrist tape for my son's name is Gianni. I write for Gianni every time I go out. So yeah, it keeps me motivated every time.
Kids, man, you
They
can
got
never
you, dude. I'm a big softy for the kids. Always have been.
always. Well, I can be honest, right? I wasn't too much of a softie until my daughter was born, and then like
It
melted.
changes the minute
Especially,
you hear them and see them. It changes, dude. Your brain gone. Something new goes in.
yeah, it's indescribable. And I always tell people who, for a while I worked at Babies R Us, and I would be able
Yep,
to like
yep,
talk to people who were having their first kids, and I'd be like, number one, when you're looking around this store, don't think what I need right now today. Think, what am I going to want to use at 3 a.m. when I haven't slept for 6 months? Like, is that diaper genie sound good right now? It probably will. You might want that.
yep,
Okay. Right now you're
yep.
thinking, it's not a big deal. What do I need it for? But you might want it. And the other thing is, I just tell people the life you had was over, man. It's done. It's done.
Mm-hmm.
If you want to be a good parent,
Cancel.
at least, if you want to be a good parent,
Yeah, yeah,
whatever you
yeah,
had
yeah.
before, it's over. And you have a new
And we're
life
never
now, and it's
perfect as Yeah, we're never perfect as parents either. I don't think so. Like it's just the ride. It's just the ride, and it's just you got to stay motivated for the little dudes. Different people that did like different strokes for different folks, things that motivated them. But for me, that's the main one. My little dude, yeah, for sure, because he's telling me I want to wrestle. He has the same middle. My Markell is my middle name. I just spell it different because wrestling fans would pronounce it Marcel. It's spelled with a C, not a K. So he's like,
uh,
I want to wear your shorts. Our names on it. I'm like, oh my god, you're killing me, kid. If you want, hell yeah. His mom is like, no. I'm like,
no,
it's whatever
no,
he wants. I'm not forcing nothing. I'm not forcing nothing. He can be a
exactly.
space astronaut, cowboy, whatever. I don't care, but
Right.
it's cool. It's
Hey,
motivating. It's like, wow, hell yeah.
that could be his gimmick. He could be a space cowboy wrestler, and sounds
He
good,
would
man.
rock it. Dude's got crazy hair. He's handsome, and he's got personality. He would do light years better than me. Light years better than
There
me.
you go. And he'd have you holding him up, man. That's the real deal right there.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
I
yeah.
I That's the real deal. And I'm,
I'll send
you
him the
know,
Scott and Case and be like, fix this boy.
well, JJ's already had the talks with Scott.
Yep.
First question Scott asked her when we got to Nepal the other day was, when are you signing up? So,
Yeah, yeah.
it,
Scott's a dad
and
too. Big dad vibes over
yep,
there.
and shout out Jaleesa. She convinced her to like just go watch some classes. So when I see Scott today, I'm like, hey man, you got to let this kid watch a few classes, because otherwise I don't want Jaleesa upset with me. All right, she's the one who convinced this kid to do it. So I don't,
Right.
I don't, I don't want to be look like an ass in my first week. All right, sounds
Right. Yeah. I'll
good.
be popping in there tomorrow night. But if you see Scott tonight, tell him the goofy one said hello.
Word, yeah, I'll make sure to do that, man.
If you see him,
Super
yeah, I don't know
amazing.
who's there Wednesday. I've never really typically gone Wednesdays, but yeah, if you see him, tell him I said what's up. I'll see him
The the the,
tomorrow.
the roll call says, Chase and Dijak. So, and
Gotcha, gotcha.
AG kept telling me
On
he
the
was gonna.
bike 13 or whatever. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's so
Exactly.
useful. I love that. I'm like, thank God.
It is super useful. Super useful. It makes it so much easier. Um, and I guess this kind of goes twofold, right? So if a young wrestler came up to you after a show and asked for one piece of advice, what would you tell him?
Believe in yourself. I know that's so corny and whatever, but like, dude, believe in yourself because there's going to be a lot of people that tell you you suck, you stink. Oh, you'll never get a job, kid. Ha 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 ha. No one's ever going to care. And just like, what did Stone Cold say? Keep talking shit, keep talking your trash or whatever. You know what I mean? But at the same time, be respectful, do your thing, keep your head down to an extent, and just believe in yourself, man. And if you do that, like no matter what it is in wrestling, whether you get good at talking, working in the ring, production, whatever, dude, there's so many avenues. Like you can get what you want. You just gotta believe in yourself because there's so many people that are gonna tell you you're not capable. And I never had anyone like that for me. So I like to try and be that for the especially the really really new ones. I try and do that because I never had a person to protect me or help me or anything like that. So I always want to tell them believe in yourself, even if it's at my expense. Make a goon of me. I know that's a long winded answer, but I think yeah, 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 yeah.
No, I mean it's a real answer though, right? I mean,
Yeah, yeah.
cliches end up being a cliche for a reason, you know? If
Yeah,
you
I don't
prove it
want to like.
right the
Obviously,
second
you want
time,
to hear it. I don't want to hear like the typical reading off a script, work hard, pay your dues, this, and that. Like, no, dude, believe in yourself. Do all of that. Yes, yes, yes. 100,000% yes. But at the same time, there's the other parts you got to do, man. And if you don't, like, you're screwed, man. You are. So pay your dues, do your thing.
yeah.
Don't have boo boo face and fucking believe in yourself and send it, dude. What's the worst that happens? You start at square one, you're nowhere already, especially if you're new. Start over and maybe it'll pop off. You never know. You never know.
I know for me, my strategy, and maybe this is too broad, maybe this is peeling back the curtain here, but my strategy is I sat down a couple of months ago when I made the decision to definitely go to Nepal, and I just wrote down everything in and outside of the ring that I'd be comfortable for doing. So my brain said, listen, what if you go and you think you can do this and it turns out you suck? Or what if you
Uh,
go and you do it and you're like, this isn't as fun
awesome
or
as I thought. Yeah.
thought it was going to be, right? What are you going to do? Now you just spent all this time doing something and maybe you're trapped there or whatever. At least then I could be like, hey, here's the list. I'm literally going to print a damn list after this conversation and
Hmm.
bring it in and be like, listen, guys, I'm not saying I can necessarily do all of this stuff. I'm just saying I could learn or I would want to learn these things.
Hmm.
There's plenty of
And that's
stuff.
important too
I
because
went
your
to.
body isn't forever. Your body isn't forever.
Exactly. There's
Yep.
no way, right?
Yeah, like
I
one of
mean,
the best referees around here, Brendan Paul, started as as a wrestler, and then he it was hurting him a lot, and and now he is hands down that is like one of my best friends in wrestling. That he's like I'll cry to Brendan all the time. I'm like I suck. He like shut up, Lorenzo. Like all right, but like he's one of the best refs, and he started as a wrestler and like tried to do it. He's like you know what, Chase, this is hurting a lot or whatever, and then now he's everywhere. Brendan is everywhere, undeniable,
everywhere,
everywhere.
everywhere.
That's my
Um,
boy.
that is shout out, Brendan. We love you, Brendan. He always makes time for JJ and me. He always makes
Mhm.
time to talk to us. There literally have been weekends where he has had 3 shows at 3 different places, and we were there with him every single show. I swear to
Yeah, yeah.
God.
We hit the pay-per-views when they're in Boston together. We've hit War Games, we've hit Raw. That's my dude. That's my day one in wrestling. Hell yeah.
Yeah, shout out Brendan. Love you, Brendan. He's such a good guy, and he really is everywhere. In fact, this weekend, some of his staples were running at the same time. So JJ and I went to Focus Pro. Um, there was APW. He normally refs at APW. He normally refs at Focus Pro. He normally refs a couple other spots, and he
Mhm.
wasn't at Focus Pro. And I was like, all right, well, I was waiting for the drop so I could be like, which show was he at this week? Because it's just like
Yep,
normally
yeah,
we see
yep.
him at all those shows, man.
Yeah,
In
me and him
fact,
always.
no, go ahead.
Oh no, no, you're good. Do you think? Do you think? I'm sorry.
No, I was gonna say the one of the times that we saw him 3 times in a row was that setup. Friday night was Chaotic Wrestling, Saturday night was APW, and Sunday in I think it was Malden was Focus Pro. So
Mhm.
I was like, man, I was hoping to get to Focus Pro before he did, because that was one of the shows we were doing something. So we were able to be there for the I keep saying the pre-party, the planning stages. We were able to
Yep, yep,
be
yep.
behind the
The
curtain for
pregame,
everything.
dude.
For the pregame, 100%. We were there for me and JJ were down there very early for the pregame, and I was hoping to get there before him so I could be like, "Are you following us around?" But he was there way too early, man.
Yeah, yeah, heck yeah, yeah. Me and him, this is like a private thing between me and him. I don't think he'll kill me for it, but like, yeah, we've always, since we met, we've always had the goal, like, he's like, Lorenz, I'm gonna ref your match on Chaotic, your singles match. I'm like, I gotta make it happen, but yes, that's always been our goal, and we'll bro out and hug and cry after. So he's always a big support. I couldn't put him over enough, dude. That's like one of my best friends. So hell yeah.
Yeah, and you shared one, so I'll share one. In
Yeah.
Chaotic, there is some guy, I don't know his name, but he's always booing Brendan. And he's got an Instagram called like this ref sucks, and
Oh, that's
he's
hilarious.
always booing Brendan. He's
Why
always
do you
talking
boo
trash
Brendan?
about it. He's, and let me tell you this,
Like
just
booed
like
Ray.
JJ was my daughter JJ is not having it, bro. She's like, listen, if I get 5 minutes alone with this guy, I'm gonna straighten him out. Like, she is not having it. She's like, Brendan's a good guy. Why are you booing Brendan? I don't believe. Like, she's like screaming. Like, this guy can't even hear her, but she's in the back while we're filming or taking pictures or whatever, just like screaming at this guy. Like,
This ref
forget you,
sucks.
man. She says, yeah, he's always booing Brendan. And I had Armani Chaos on the podcast, and we asked him. I was like, because it was it was literally right after Armani won the chaotic skinny weight
Yep.
championship of the world.
Skinny
So I was
weight
like, hey man,
champion.
skinny weight champion of the world, baby. And I was
Champion.
like, dude, did I miss something? Why was like Brendan getting roasted at your match? And he's like, I don't know. I wanted to ask him that same question, but
Yeah, yeah,
like
yeah. Why are
JJ,
you shitting on Brendan?
JJ was not having it. She's like, listen,
That's
me
so
and this
funny.
guy are gonna have to this guy, who's this guy? Where is he? You know what I mean? Like, she was ready to
Right, right, right.
take him to town, man. It's like
Oh
you're
yeah.
gonna get beat up by a 13-year-old watch. Out of nowhere, RKO, boom.
Hell yeah.
Oh man. No, it's great. Shout out. I love the fact that we're shouting people out. I feel like we're just dropping names right now. Boom.
Dropping
Just
names,
dropping.
putting people over,
I'll
telling them who our friends
put it
are. Fuck
back. I'll put it back
it.
on.
Chase
Put it
that
back on for
clout,
a minute.
bro.
Jeez, boom, boom.
Boom. Rub
Um,
my belly. Rub my belly. Let
oh
me
man,
come get lit at your show. You'll see. I crowd surf and all that
yeah,
fun crap. Yeah.
exactly. No, okay. I think Focus Pro would eat it up. Honestly, I really would. Um,
Yeah.
um. So, man, we're almost at the last one here. I got two
Yeah,
more
let's
for
send
you,
it, dude.
really.
Let's send it. What do we got?
All right. So, what's the one message you want every fan walking out of your matches to feel or remember?
I am a dork, as I said before. I want you to, even though if you know you're the nerdiest of nerds, you're the dorkiest of dorks, you feel like you don't belong anywhere, you are always invited to my party. I hope my wrestling shows you that you're welcome. I try and make the eye contact and all that good stuff and reach out and let everyone come vibe. But there's always a place at my table for you. There's always a place at the tailgate and we can get lit. I want them to feel cool. I want them to, like, through my motions and actions, promo, whatever it may be, to realize like this is a real dude. I'm a real dude or gal or other. And I can be as cool as this dude, like, or whatever. I just want them to feel their vibe. Whatever their vibe is, I want them to feel it and just let it out wherever we are, no matter who's on the card, no matter what my part is on the show. When you see me, let it out. I'm your signal, I'm your beacon to get lit, dude. Whatever lit is for you, let it rip, dude. I'll protect you.
Love it. Love it. Um, and do you have any shows coming up? I want to make sure I plug your stuff. Like,
Right now,
want to make sure I plug it.
I'm usually on like every EWA show, so the next time they're around, I'll be on that for sure. I'm gonna be working Nawa. Is that what it's called? Nawa at Skips on the 18th, and yeah, that's what I have this month so far. And I'm filling in some other things. Oh, I'll be at Supernova on the 10th as well. Supernova
Gotcha.
Wrestling
Gotcha.
in Lynn. That's a new
Yeah.
one for me. I've never been there.
Lynn.
We'll see.
Those guys are super nice, I'll say. Like, JJ and I did a thing where we sponsored Shannon Levangie a couple of weeks ago at Supernova, and
Yeah, I've seen the clip of her there. Yep, yep, yep.
yeah, I don't want to. There was a snafu with the tickets ahead of time,
Mhm.
and it wasn't their fault. I'm gonna make sure I point that out. It was not Supernova's fault. It was the Eventbrite or whatever website that I bought it off of.
Sometimes
There was a
things
snafu.
happen. Sometimes things happen, man.
Yeah.
You're good. You good.
So
But yeah,
I
let's
just don't
say
want
it's
people to
somewhere
think, oh,
new.
he's burying Supernova. No, it wasn't their fault. It was a technical thing with the website, all right? And
Yeah.
I had gotten this email saying they're gonna like return my tickets, and I was just like, what the fuck? What's going on? So I
No, I
messaged
want to
them,
come.
and
I want to come.
this dude, this dude called me right away. Like he didn't even hesitate. He didn't even
Damn.
hesitate. One of the owners promoters, he just straight called me instantly, and he got me on the phone. He's like, "Hey man, I'm so sorry about that. You know, I just called the company. Apparently there's some kind of technical issue. If your money does get refunded, you come to the door, this is my name, you tell him I'm here, he'll come out and I'll give you half off tickets for the inconvenience." And
What?
I
What
was
a
like,
bro. What a
wow,
bro. Most people would work you and
that is
corner you on that. So good. Okay,
100%.
I'm happy. I'm
100%.
satisfied. I know who I'm working for. Hell
So
yeah.
he straight was like, "Listen, man, I'm so sorry about that. I apologize profusely. I asked them not to reverse the thing because that's the price of admission or whatever." And I'm like, "Yeah, that's
Mhm.
what I tried to do. I wanted to pay that price. I wasn't like, I'm not trying to like scam you for like a free ticket or something,
I just want
right?"
to come. I just
So
want to
he's
come watch
like,
some wrestling,
"I just
dude.
want to show up, right?
Oh, yeah,
We
yeah.
want to be there." When it comes down to it, my JJ and I have made it very clear. Shannon Levangie is number one. Okay, a very close second is Nepois, okay? But Shannon always comes first. So if Shannon's somewhere, we're gonna be there. And then there's other people in the rest. But Shannon
Yeah.
Levangie, as far as my daughter's concerned, she's number one. So if Shannon's on a card, we're there. Doesn't matter if
Hell
it's
yeah.
in like
Hell
fucking
yeah. I love it.
my daughter is gonna make me go to, doesn't matter. She could be in Wisconsin. We're going to Wisconsin. That's all I can tell you. We're going to New Jersey. Shannon's in Florida. We're going to Florida. All right. That's all I know. So
I love it. That's
we
awesome.
right. She's dedicated.
And
So
people on the independent circuit, they need fans like that. Like whether they think they're too, not saying this about Shannon at all. Shannon's the shit. But fucking
yeah.
yeah, dude. Like we need people like that. We need diehards. Like how we were diehards to our favorites, they needed us. Like we line the pockets, whether we like it or not.
Right. So, yeah, and so we were there supporting Shannon, and my daughter has a thing. She has her emotional support stuffed animals, her
Hmm.
ESSAs, and
Yep.
we have a growing collection in which these are named after wrestlers or wrestling professionals. We just got new ones that haven't debuted yet. One is actually Calvin Dumont. One
Oh
is named after
God. Ah.
one is named after my buddy Sean Vegan Keegan. I love you, Sean.
I love Sean.
And
Sean's
then
the dude.
I love Sean. I love Sean so much. He's such a
We
good
like
guy.
all the same music. That's how we get along.
Nice, nice. Well, me and him, we're both vegan, so it gets pretty easy there.
Hell yeah.
I love
Brussels sprouts
the
and such.
celery gimmick he does now. I show up with the
Yep,
celery
yep,
now,
yep,
so I can
yep.
eat part of the yay.
I dig the new
But we just
haircut. I
got a
dig the new haircut.
yeah. I know. I told him he needs to get new headshots. He needs to get new headshots, for sure with the new haircut because it looks really good. And um, we got a sloth because Sean said he wanted a sloth, but we also got a new goat, and the goat is named Richie. Thanks to Richie Palladino, Rich Palladino, the goat
Ah,
baby.
here he is again.
She has a laundry list. One's named after it's well she calls them ship names where she names them after a relationship. So Mike and Katie became Cat Mike, and Jaleesa and Mortar became Jowl Mortar. So she has a little
Good
stuffed
guy.
bunny called Jowl Mortar,
We're gonna
and
have
she
to
has a
mail her
black cat.
a stuffed solo cup.
You know, it's funny you said that because I've been making jokes about getting like a stuffed Eiffel Tower and naming it Paris.
Oh, yeah, for
Um,
PVD.
I
Yeah, yeah.
yeah, exactly. A stuffed Eiffel Tower and name it Paris, and then I said we should get a stuffed pogo stick and name it Milo Mirror.
Just get stuffed inanimate objects. Hell
P-O,
yeah. Let it run.
yeah. P-O-G-O, P-O-G-O.
That's a fun channel,
So
yeah.
right. And if anybody didn't watch it, the last episode was Milo Mira. Go check it out, guys. The next episode is going to be Braylon Johnson. Check that one out in 7 days from whenever this drops. All right. April 18th is when this is going to drop. And you're going to know that I'm not actually doing it live because my ass will be in Las Vegas for WrestleMania. I'll actually be in WrestleCon trying to swoo the one and only Thunder Rosa, baby. So let's go. All right. My 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 daughter doesn't want me to tell that story on air, but it was a good story. I'll tell you when
Oh,
we stop this one. It was good. It was good.
okay.
And she messaged me back. She messaged me back, guys. So boom in your face. All right.
Your face.
She's like, this guy's delusional. Probably a little
Shot is
delusional. It's all
shot,
right.
but I respect it. I respect it.
Yeah. Hey, all she could say is get away from me, weirdo. Sounds good. All right, works for me.
Sure.
Um, at least I stood up to the plate, my friends. Well, all right.
What did Michael
There we
Jordan? What
go.
did Michael Jordan say? You miss all the shots you don't take or whatever.
Boom. There you go.
Uh,
Exactly. So the last question, and this is something that JJ would ask if she was here right now. She
yep.
would say, what would you say to all the kids who look up to you?
What would I say? It's so silly. Keep on goofing, dude. Keep on being authentically you, no matter who hates on it, no matter what they say. Just keep on goofing. Yeah, that's it, man. I don't have any whimsical, crazy thing. Just keep on being you, authentically you. Whatever that means for you, just I don't know, man. It'll catch on in life, no matter where you are at work, wrestling, baseball, whatever, arts and crafts. If you're in the 5th grade or whatever, like it'll catch on. Just be you, and don't sweat the small stuff, kid. It'll all be all right. All will be well, as the Blue Lantern says. All will be well.
I feel like I wish I would have known. I have an orange lantern ring. I should have brought my orange lantern ring out.
Oh, there's only one orange
I should
lantern
have.
because it's greeny. LaFree, please.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh yeah, that's
Boom.
sick.
I mean, I am wearing green today, but to be fair, orange is just my favorite color, so that's why I always just
Yep,
get
that's a
everything
good
in
one.
orange. I don't
Naturally
even
minus
know
green.
half the time I'm debating if it even looks good on me, but at the same time I really don't care just because I like the color. You know what I mean? It's like it's aesthetically pleasing to me enough for me to go with it, so it
Right,
works.
right. I look terrible in orange. I look terrible. Maybe accents of orange would be cool, but
Yeah, worth it. I mean, I don't know.
honest.
You know what you got to get that design box out and just like design it and then just put it in the orange and be like, The wonderful thing now is we got, as much as I shy away from the AI stuff, I get it. every once in a while it's like, but there are things that I can do with AI that I could have never done before at all. Like,
Right.
you know what I mean? Like putting myself in an orange suit really quick just to see what it looks like. You know what I mean? Not a bad plan.
Why
Not a
not?
bad
Why
plan.
not? It could hit. It could hit. You never know. Worth it, I think.
Exactly. So, as I stated before, guys, we're wrapping up here. The next episode is going to be with Braylon Johnson, Louisiana's own. And I think that's a very, I think it's going to be a fun one too. The Suplex Sweetheart, Asana is going to be after that. And there's a couple of more. I'm still working on the bonus episode of getting a gluten-free influencer. Really, honestly, what it comes down to with this whole thing is timing, man. Like, there's so many people like, I want to be on the podcast, but I don't have time. And I'm like, I get it. So there's a gluten-free, Jesus Christ, gluten-free influencer. I don't want to say the name. She's got like 100,000 people on her Instagram. So I'm very excited that she's going to come on. And we're talking to my buddy Evan at the Deshaun Bakery to see if I can get him on because he's gluten-free. I unfortunately have celiacs, and it's an ever-growing thing. You know, Mike was on the podcast just recently, and he was recently diagnosed with celiacs. Danielle has celiacs as well. Like, it's just, it's a
It's a
I would
thing. It
rather eat.
happens.
Yeah, I'd rather eat gluten, but I love gluten. I used to make the joke. Gluten's like my first ex-wife. I love her, but she doesn't love me back. Yeah.
Woo! Ayo! High five!
Ping, ping, ping. I love her. She just didn't love me back. What do you want me to do? Yeah, we got to move on. All right. Well, once again, thank you so much for your time, and everybody. I'll see you in the next one. All right.
See you next one, man.
Thank
Later.
you so much. Peace.